Continue taking your other asthma medicines unless your doctor tells you to stop or change the dose. If symptoms get worse, contact your doctor at once. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, flu, runny nose, and ear infection. For more information about Singulair, ask your doctor. And ask about adding once-a-day Singulair.
I have asthma, but I don't want it to defeat me.
Singulair, asthma control that can help you breathe easier.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Do you use an inhaler? Do you still have problems breathing? Do you use albuterol or other respiratory medications? If so, Medicare may cover a more effective liquid breathing medication. Call Star Medical at 1-800-530-0843. Call today to see if you qualify at 1-800-530-0843. Call now.
I want my Ziploc bags. I see my blue box, I know I'm going to head toward that and grab it. I trust them. Ziploc bags are up to 33% stronger than Glad. Stronger is important for me because of all the different things I use them for. I do use them for food, but I use them for cosmetics, I use them for paperwork, I use them for markers. When I travel, my sun lotions, my shampoos, they go in the Ziploc bags because if they're going to explode, I know they're not going to be all over my clothes when I get there.
Ziploc Strong for what life has in store. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Tonight at 8 p.m., brace yourself for storm stories. 4 feet of snow.
Travel was impossible.
3 tense days.
I had never seen a blizzard like this before.
Plus, Monday, see these students.
We were getting pretty frantic.
Go face to face with a tornado.
We're trapped.
On prom night.
I thought we were in big trouble.
Watch a new series from the Weather Channel. Storm Stories. Weeknights at 8 Eastern and Pacific.
Storm Stories, tonight at 8 on the Weather Channel. And now, here's your local on the 8s.
Watching the Weather Channel. Live by it.
It's a snowy Friday in the Big Apple, and traffic paid the price as you eventually made your way to work. We'll have the forecast for your afternoon next.
The snow shovels put in overtime in Washington, D.C. as the latest winter storm dumped 7 inches of snow around the Capitol. We'll show you who's feeling the storm sting right now.
Hello and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Rich Johnson.
And I'm Janetta Jones. The Northeast is dealing with a messy travel day. With more on this storm, we go to our winter weather expert, Paul Cosin. Paul, where do we see the heavy snow now?
Well, just in the last hour, we've seen reports out of eastern Massachusetts. Virtually every station in eastern Mass Rhode Island, eastern Connecticut, either reporting moderate or heavy snow. As a matter of fact, Boston has just received 4 inches of snow in just the last 2 hours. So some very heavy snow totals. Now, probably the highest snow totals from the storm we will see will be across portions of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Especially to the south of Boston and Hartford, we'll see accumulations possibly reaching 10 inches or even 12 inches in a few locations. Generally in Boston now, we're looking at probably 8 or 9, perhaps 10 inches of snow. Hartford, you've already seen 7 inches of snow. You'll look for about 9 inches when it's all said and done. New York, you're coming to an end within the next hour or so. Look for total accumulations in the city itself, generally about 5 or 6 inches, with more accumulations towards the eastern end of the island. 6 to 8 inches probably common. So we've already seen amounts between Washington, Baltimore, and Philadelphia on the order of 8.5 inches. And since the storm system is producing even more snow up across southeastern New England, that's where we're expecting some of the heaviest amounts. We're starting to see the northern edge of the heaviest snow begin to come to a halt and begin its slide to the east. So in Boston, over the next several hours, several more inches of snow before beginning to really taper off, say around 3, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock more likely. Snow will end the latest this evening, or early this evening, or to later this evening, across portions of Cape Cod. And we're still seeing that very heavy snow bands moving in from the south that are going to continue to affect portions of eastern Connecticut through southeastern Massachusetts. And we will be watching this edge move towards the east. So total accumulations, 8 to 10 inches in the Boston area, up to a foot of snow across southeastern Mass, and snow should be ending within the next hour or so in New York. Total accumulation of about 6 inches. Janetta?
Okay, thanks a lot, Paul. A lot of snow going on up there in the Northeast. We also have some cold temperatures. It's in the 20s in Buffalo, but you factor in the wind, and it feels like 9. Ouch. Feels like 5 in Burlington. About 18 is what the wind chill is in Boston, so a nasty day there. Obviously, the snow coming down at a pretty good clip, but by tomorrow morning, hey, it's out of here. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer tomorrow. Certainly in Washington, D.C., you'll be above the freezing mark, which kind of sounds good. Let's see what's going on to the south, and here's Rich.
Okay, let's take a look at some pictures first, and right back over toward North Georgia. Look at the kids here. They're saying, yeah, let me try to catch some of those snowflakes. And this is Rabun County. That's way up in extreme North Georgia, up in the mountains. And the mountains yesterday picked upwards of an inch or 2 of snow. Around Atlanta, a lot of cold rain, but in the mountains, you got some snow too. How about that? As we look at the south more closely, cold fronts moving farther south. A few rain showers in Florida, also into Louisiana and South Texas. Sort of a chilly day. San Antonio in the 30s. 30s in Dallas, 40s in New Orleans, 85 degrees. Last check in Miami. So if you want to know where the warmest location is, you found it. It's Miami. But you can see the leading edge of the cold front. It's not too far away. Notice back into Arkansas, southern Missouri, and Oklahoma, those aren't clouds. That's snow on the ground from the recent snowstorm. Everybody else is in the clouds, though. Radar picture showing a good deal of rain. A lot of it's evaporating, so it's not reaching the ground, but it is reaching the ground from Cotulla all the way back over toward Laredo and Corpus Christi, and likewise into Louisiana. Around New Orleans, you're getting some rain showers too. In the south, scattered rain showers, even a little snow or sleet mix in south central Texas. That's the south. Now let's check out some cold weather in the Midwest.
In the Midwest, it is awfully cold out here, and we are talking about single digits. Green Bay, Des Moines, Minneapolis. Only 16 in Chicago at this point. You factor in the wind and it feels really bad. It feels like 10 below in Des Moines, 13 below in Green Bay. Now in Minneapolis, you're going to stay below average, especially Monday. Your high only going to be about 8 degrees, so it stays cold. Not a big monster of a storm to tell you about, but certainly the winds are going to continue, and we may see some light snow showers across parts of, let's say lower Michigan and into even the Ohio Valley. Your forecast for tomorrow calls for slightly warmer temperatures in Chicago by the afternoon. Now here's a look at the west with Rich.
Okay, we still have some fog in the Pacific Northwest back over to around Seattle and Olympia. The rest of the west pretty quiet today with high pressure. It's cold though, just 19 degrees for you in Denver. Our satellite photograph showing a few clouds, and you notice the clouds dropping down from Canada once again into Montana. That's likely to bring an inch or 2 of snow, maybe more in the mountains. There's the cold front by this evening. Most of the west is dry, but that will be changing maybe starting Saturday. Chance of showers in Tucson and Phoenix, maybe a little snow back to the Colorado Rockies.
Stay with us on the Weather Channel. Up next, we'll have travel conditions across the country on TravelWise. Then at 43 after the hour, we'll check your Saturday and Sunday plans and your weekend outlook.
And while the Northeast is tired of all the snow this Friday, they would welcome it in the Southwest. We'll explain on Storm Watch. But first, your local on the 8th.
You know, Jennifer, you are very special to me. I mean, you are totally special.
Take Airborne, developed by a school teacher who is sick of catching colds in class.